Wiggy time on the fly. What's up, everybody? Sean Wiggins. I'm your host, Sean Wiggins, aka the whole Reffin' Show, Ref Hansen. We are in Ring of Honor. Okay, I'm gonna give it away right there. This is December the 28th, 2002. This is the Murphy Rec Center. As you can see, I don't really have to introduce anybody that is in the ring currently. That is Samoa Joe, Steve Corino, Low Key, and yes, himself, former WWE champion Bryan. And this is December 28th, 2002. This is eons before anyone knew anybody. Going into this match, the big angle here was Steve Corino, Samoa Joe, and I believe it was Donovan Morgan were in a group called The Group. And Loki, boom, nice. Joe's so sweet. So it's kind of like a tag team match, but it's not. This is a four-corner survival match. And this was one of the biggest matches I refereed at this time. Ring of Honor was in its infancy, still in its first year. And a nice display of handshake by Low Key and Bryan. And another thing, if Low Key, and again, wrestling's all unfortunately political. If Low Key was a better politician, boy, would we be treated to some amazing matches by Low Key and Bryan today, or even in the 2010s. We were denied that. Low Key, just look at them. This is just basic stuff, and this is just a test of strength and like just a different variation of a lockup. And they're so sweet, so smooth, so crisp. Everything they do. Bryan was a natural since the first day I ever saw him, and Low Key, when it comes to in-ring athlete and body control, I mean, there might not be anybody better. AJ Styles is right up there. Funny, AJ's on top too. Going for a count, doesn't quite get the count. And this is the 13th match of the night? 14th match of the night? Might be the 13th match of the night. And look at this crowd. Everyone's still there. Every eye is still trained in that ring. These are quote-unquote smart fans, which is a phrase I love to say because it's just so ridiculous. It's the biggest oxymoron out there. But anyway, these are fans of actual pro wrestling. They ain't gonna be wearing any Doink the Clown or Bushwhacker shirts. I mean, these are fans of just basic wrestling, and that's what Ring of Honor was so great at, even to this day. Check them out, ringofhonorwrestling.com, rhwrestling.com. Check out their channel for new content. I'm a fan of theirs, even though I haven't been there in forever. And now look at this. This is basic old school wrestling. The sweet stuff that you're going to see here. And Ring of Honor's first few years, there's so many hidden gems. I got to find it. There's a match where I refed. It was Bryan, American Dragon versus AJ Styles. That was just so damn sweet. The two of them were semi-main, and my eyes stole the show. Of course, I'm going to say that because I refed it. I'll try to find that one. Just look at Low Key. Look how sweet this is. 3.5 minutes in, and it's just sweet stuff. Bryan now making sure he's not getting pinned. Gets out of it. And Bryan did go to the Shawn Michaels Wrestling Academy. Trained with Spanky, Brian Kendrick, for those of you who didn't know Spanky. Spanky was here at this time, but he was pretty much signed to the WWE by this point. Paul London was on the verge of getting signed at this point too. This December 2002, and I'm 21, and in my eyes, I'm getting signed here. I'm going to WWE. This is when I really thought I was so damn sweet, and my crap didn't stink. But I had holes in my game here. But this was probably the best refereeing I've ever done. Was Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor always kept you on your toes. Nice double underhook, just sweet. Now, in this four-corner match, Samoa Joe and Steve Corino are technically partners, so these two guys, Low Key and Bryan Danielson, trying not to tag either one. This match goes a little while here, so I hope you have a drink or iced tea or a Miller Lite or a Yoo-Hoo, and you're sitting around waiting, because this one's really going to get in. They're just testing the waters here. And that's the other thing about the American Dragon is that even at this time, he knew how to structure a match. You don't lock up Brainbuster. And Steve Corino is going to get some flack. I'm sure he's got some detractors. Ooh, Bryan Danielson said, "Eat my balls, Samoa Joe." Samoa Joe, for those of you that don't know, one of the silently funniest wrestlers ever. Just hilarious. Funny dude. He's never going to watch this, but if you do, Joe, I miss you, love you. Dragon now pushes. Actually, like all four of these guys. Never had an issue with him. Well, Corino used to pick on me like a jerk, but in a good way. Nothing bad. Screw the Phillies. How's that? For those of you that don't know, there's some inside term. Steve Corino is the biggest Philadelphia Phillies fan you might ever find. Loki now backs Dragon into the corner. Joe tags himself in. Joe puts, and see right here, this was tough because I had to separate these guys. And as a ref, you know, you got to be easy with how you separate them. You can't go too rough, too tough anyway. Make them look bad. But they can't put their hands on you. I mean, refereeing here was so... Because Ring of Honor was different. Remember, this December 2002. So this is Brock Lesnar is in his first title reign. But WWE is different. It's, oh, nice. They both go to the outside. No countouts in Ring of Honor. At this point, anyway. Dragon slides himself right back in. Brilliant maneuver there. And Dragon going for a tag to Steve Corino. Will Corino take it? He will. Dragon said 7 minutes. I've had enough. And you see what I just did there? How I'm kind of inviting Corino into the ring. You young refs watching this, if you are. That's just another little maneuver you don't have to make. But do it because you know it looks good. Corino now sees his teammate, Samoa Joe. And Corino at this point was, yeah, I guess you could say the top heel in Ring of Honor. Xavier was also in their group. He was the champion at this point. Corino, though, had his ties to 0-1, and he had his own company, PWF. So he, he wasn't at every Ring of Honor show. And now Corino and Joe going at it. And these forearms here, they're not killing each other, but they hurt. They're snug. But Corino was, he had his ties to 0-1, so he was in and out of Ring of Honor at this time. But when he was there, it was just sweet. He was a hell of a heel. Underrated commentator. Ooh, that move always scares the bejesus out of me. That kind of mafia kick to the face. Joe, I think Gabe Sapolsky and the brain trust at Ring of Honor at this point said, got to turn Joe babyface here soon. Because the people want to pop for him. People want to cheer for him. They had him as a heel, but if it's not working, it's not working, you know. Like, this is not a good example, but when Batista was Deacon Batista and he was carrying the box for Devon Dudley, when Devon Dudley joined SmackDown, they first split up the Dudley boys. I bet in the back of WWE's mind, they're like, okay, he'll just do this for a little while. Then we got to get Batista out of here and on his own because he's too big. He looks too good. So I think at this point, just to introduce Samoa Joe to the Ring of Honor fans, who all pretty much knew him anyway from his work in California and Japan previously. Just introduce him, get him in Steve Corino's group. Let's just look at this. Look how sweet Joe is. You take your first look at him, you don't think he can move like that. But he can. He's brilliant. He's smart. Corino's, he's selling it times Samoa Joe. Whatever he's giving you, sell it times Giant. Because Joe is, all right, they're close to the same height. But look at Joe. He's a meaty specimen. And I remember to show you, this is an insider thing. At this point, I traveled a lot with the Hit Squad, or the Hit Squad. Mafia and Monster Mac. And then at times, Homicide and Low Key even. 2 count only by the greatest referee of all time. Get my finger out of the shot. We used to think, oh my God, Samoa Joe's calling himself Samoa Joe. That's not good. He's going to get heat with the Wild Samoans. He can't do that. He'll never work for WXW. I mean, it just shows you how juvenile we thought back then. Because the world was so small to us back then. I mean, we mainly worked in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and New York, and Connecticut. So, in our eyes, you know, I mean, Rikishi's in the WWE at this point. The Rock is still there. So we're like, oh, you can't get heat with the Samoans, you know. But in reality, Joe was so damn good. It didn't matter. Like, he was just going to break that threshold anyway. Which is an old Raven thing. Some guys are just so good, they're going to make it anyway. Some guys are never going to get a break. And some guys are going to get a break even though they don't deserve it. And it just sucks. It's brutal. Corino shoved to the outside with that boot by Samoa Joe. Will Low-Ki tag himself? And he does! Brilliant maneuver by Joe. Low-Ki now with the tag. And there's heat between Low-Ki and Steve Corino at this point. Will Corino get in there, face Low-Ki one-on-one? See, Low-Ki would swat at me, and I would tell him, I wouldn't tell him anything. Because it actually looked good when Low-Ki did that. We're at the 11-minute mark now. I hope my phone stays with me here. You people on YouTube stay with me here. And I hope you went to the Ring of Honor channel and clicked on subscribe. Because Ring of Honor coronavirus is pretty much dead. Or the lockdown is anyway. They're going to start running shows with fans, and you need to get your ass there. And WWE is just different right now. It's in a holding pattern. Impact, AEW, you got all these companies. Ring of Honor stayed true to itself in the 20 years that it has existed. Or 19 years. 19 years, wow. It's the one place I wish I never left. I wish I stayed. They fired me, but I'm saying I wish I made friends there better. Of course, my life would have been different, but nice kick by Low-Ki. But, I loved it there, and my best matches were there, and my best time was there. And I thought Ring of Honor would be bigger than it was. I never thought it could be ECW. Tag made to the American Dragon. What I mean is be one of the big three, even though you call it that. Because Ring of Honor doesn't have any breakthrough stars like WWE, like a Roman Reigns, a John Cena type. It's just different. It's a pro wrestling company in a sports entertainment world. It's unique. It's got its own niche, though. Now we're back to Low-Ki and American Dragon. These two are in the finals of the ECWA Super 8. And on a much lower level, the JCW J Cup, where American Dragon. Ooh, beautiful. I mean, you could see the talent here in Daniel Bryan. It's just, you're like, he's not going to make it to WWE. He's too short. He'll need lifts in his shoes. He's never going to make it. But you didn't realize how funny the dude is and how charismatic he is. And when it comes to being a professional wrestler, I mean, not many can hang with him. Not many have the talent that he does. They just don't. It's not a knock on anybody either. It's just the dude is so damn athletically gifted. And, he wears tights and boots and looks great. I mean, think about that. Not many do. His body's just incredible. Never a juice head either. He was just had an athletic build. That pin, he was also trained by William Regal. Or trained with William Regal. That's why when you see him go for the pin, puts that forearm right in the chin. Nice old school thing. But at this point, no one knew the yes. No one knew that he had that in him. Even though in the back, and Dan Moff can say this too, he was hilarious. I think he was being hilarious and didn't even know it. He could definitely bust your gut without even trying. Now, Daniel Bryan, what's he got? I keep calling him Daniel Bryan. It's amazing I call him Daniel Bryan now. Usually, anyone you meet in wrestling, you're going to call him by the name that you were introduced to them as. So I would always call him Dragon. Or Bryan for Danielson. Last time I saw him in person was WrestleMania when I was Batista's driver. Was that WrestleMania 36, 37 at MetLife? But the last time I saw him physically, where we got to speak, was at a Michael O'Brien Northeast Wrestling show where he wrestled Shelton Benjamin. I remember saying, this could be goodbye. I might never see you again if you're that talented and you make it. And I was like, here's to us never seeing each other again. And he laughed. He went, okay. I stole the line from Alex Rieger in Taxi. I don't think he got it, but I never saw him again. And he's made a boatload of dough and married a Bella twin. He's doing great. Steve Corino is a producer there now. Smart move by WWE. I mean, Corino's student of the game. We're all students of the game, but he's a different kind of guy. Huge Tommy Rich fan growing up with Steve Corino. You could see that in his babyface work. Now they're taking it to the outside, and in Ring of Honor, this was frowned upon. Remember Gabe in the back, like, guys, trying to stay outside too long. Hanson, don't count him. Here to say that randomly. I'm not saying he said that about this match. Atlas, get the hell out of the way. God, these people have probably been here for 3.5 hours. I don't know what I was doing right there. See that gassed look? I'm almost in the best shape of my life right here. I need to get there again. That's when I loved going to the gym. I do 60 on the elliptical, 30 on the treadmill. Nothing beats that. There's no better feeling than doing that. Leg lariat. Didn't get all of it. Got enough of it. 2 count. Oh, I thought that was 3. Just kidding. Low-key would never take the pin to a leg lariat. That's the other thing. And there's Steven D'Angelo's, greatest ring announcer of all time. Next to Howard Finkel. With Howard Finkel. That's the other thing about guys going for leg lariats and a regular lariat. You're not going to get a 3 count. So you go for the count. I know you're supposed to go for the cover all the time, but I think the people are smart enough to know that that's not going to be 3. But, you know. Can't make it look like an expose either. Corino now with the chop. We're in minute 17 here, just about. These 4 guys got to be gassed. Oh, no. Low-key's kick series. Ooh. Not as stiff as they look, but good Lord, you feel it. Pow to the face. That's 3. I'd lay down and take the 3. Look at that look by Low-key. Low-key's so intense. Just so unbelievable. Dude was all 4 of these guys in their own right. That's why their names will always be remembered. Just sucked that Low-key got that Caval WWE career. He was so much more talented than that, where they didn't give him the ultimate shot. They had him training as an NXT trainee. It's like, come on, man. So lame. I think with WWE, they're a little out of touch when it came to that stuff. I know they're trying to capture the Tough Enough and the kind of American Idol aspect, but come on. Trying to go to a new audience, but do that with someone else. Don't do it with Low-key. But politics plays a huge part. That's just the bottom line. Like when, I love when I talk to my friends who watch wrestling, and they don't anymore, but if they turn on, hey, how come this guy ain't champ? I can't go, oh, well, politically, blah, blah, blah. You can't open with that because they don't know what the hell you're talking about. Wrestling's impossible to explain to anybody unless you've been watching it your whole life. This is cool. Wonder how many people are still watching. How many of my YouTube subscribers are still watching in minute 18 and a half? Joe in the black and brown. He probably chuckled at that. Loki probably even chuckled at that. Long story short, too late. Samoa Joe, Steve Corino, and Low-key were in Japan, and Survivor Series 2002 was on. I forget who else was there. I was told this story later. Oh, Low-key catches American Dragon with that kick, that flush kick to the face. Is that going to be... No. Corino smartly goes for the cover, but only gets 2. And Shawn Michaels wore his brown trunks there. And I think Low-key looked up at the TV and went, Jesus. God, brown looks like shit. Who would ever wear that? While Joe was standing right next to him. They all got a chuckle. I'm sure Joe got him back for that. Joe now, belly to belly, nice. Nice maneuver by Samoa Joe. Getting tired of saying that. Stop being so good. And people say, how come Joe didn't get in better shape? The shape he's in right here is like, it fits who he was. Like if King Kong Bundy was, jacked and had muscles coming out of his ears, it wouldn't have the same effect. Some guys' bodies kind of make their character too. Joe and Bryan now tied in the ropes. Ugh. Down goes Dragon. 20-minute mark. These guys are gassed. The referee's gassed. This is what pays going on the treadmill for 30 minutes at an incline, too. 2 count. I remember I used to do 60 on the elliptical and then run the 30. That's when that's why I had no fat on me at all. I can't do that anymore. My ankle is shot. My tits are back, though, so I need to work on that. Chops back and forth. How much can Dragon withstand? This is the first final battle Ring of Honor ever had. It's a pretty big event now. Corino giving me the business there in the corner. Well, you've had 21 minutes now. So you could have easily gone to the Ring of Honor Wrestling channel. You clicked on subscribe. You're going to see all sorts of videos. I wonder if they throw up videos from the past like this. I know they do, but I'm just saying. In its first year of infancy. 1, 2, no. I thought Ring of Honor would be different after the Ring of Honor RF video split. Rob Feinstein sold his stake in the company to Carrie Silken. And I think from then on, it kind of just like lost something. I know Sinclair bought it and they had TV and this, that, and the third, but I mean, I wasn't there then, but I've heard nothing but bad things, that they just didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know how to produce wrestling anyway. Low key, reverse, reverse. I'm going to a wedding this week, so reverse, reverse. What song is that? Cupid Shuffle? Forget what that is. So American Dragon. Ooh, nice Mexican slam into a pinfall. 2 count only. I don't know if that's the exact scientific name for it, but I'm going to say the Mexican slam press. How's that? Sounds good, doesn't it? Oh, how many chops has there been in this match? Don't chop low-key if he doesn't want to get chopped, by the way. For you young aspiring wrestlers who could wrestle low-key, he's still around. He's going to be around. Do not chop low-key if he doesn't want to get chopped. He'll chop back, and from personal experience, I can tell you, it hurts. Yes. Low-key chops do not feel good. 2 count only. Corino kept going for the cover. Could not negotiate the 3 there. Back to a grapevine around the neck. This is great, great wrestling we're seeing. And God, these fans, it just shows you how much that these fans in this building loved wrestling. Even though it's December, this building got white hot. You know, your sweat was sweating. And they're here in match 13. I forget what number match this is reffing for me this night. Probably 4 or 5. It's me and 2 other guys. I don't know if Mike Keener was still there. But we all had 3 or 4 matches. Low key. Catches Corino. The commentator's yawning. Annoying everybody. There's that Corino's smart enough to turn. Corino whipped into the buckle. Low key catches the foot to the mush. And remember, these guys here, especially Low Key, Corino, and Joe, were flying back and forth to Japan. I forget how many times a month. Corino more so than anyone else. And Dragon, remember, he lived on the moon, which is Seattle, Washington. So probably the next morning he's flying back to Seattle. That's a 6-7 hour flight from Philly. Like, fuck that. Forget where they were staying here. Probably some hotel by the airport. And the Murphy Rec Center, where this was, only a block or so away from the ECW arena. A little more than that. And what sucked about the Murphy Rec Center is that it was just too small. Like, if this building was bigger, it was in still a decent spot. I remember being there, though. You couldn't park anywhere near the place, because you can't park anywhere in Philly. You have no room. There's no shoulder. The curbs could kiss each other. So that was a pain in the ass. But I liked this building. They weren't at this building much longer. They moved into National Guard Armory in North Philadelphia, which was overall a better building. I mean, sentimentally, I love this building, but in reality, pretty much every other building they went to was better. Minute 25 here. Low-key tags to the American Dragon. The American Dragon now. Headbutt. Corino hanging on for dear life. Headbutt. Those dastardly headbutts. Those vicious headbutts by the American Dragon. They hurt. He headbutted me in the chest one time. He said hello and headbutted me in the chest. I was like, it was interesting. I said, ow. But good to see you, Bryan. Love you. Thank you for that. Thank you for caving in my chest. Joe, put those hands up where I could see them. Oh, Corino tags. I don't think Joe was expecting that. Remember, the last time I saw this match was when I was refereeing it. So I remember none of it. But I'm sure a finish is coming soon here. Joe went for an arm bar. Dragon, yes, he can. Is Joe gonna tap? Is Joe gonna tap? Is Joe gonna tap? No, what? What's Low-key doing? Oh. Low-key just saved Samoa Joe. He saved his enemy. Oh, I guess this is one fall. God, I'm hosting this video, and I don't know the fucking rules. Guessing it is one fall. Nice German. 1, 2, 3. No. Don't you hate it when commentators would do that? Vince would do that a lot, but Vince did everything pretty good. Joe rolls, tags Corino. Nice false spot. Ah, Corino, knee right to the mush. Bryan. Another thing here, I like Dragon's boots. Just a boot with the star. It's kind of an old school look, but it's all you need. Like, guys want to have special laces and the kick pads over it and the shine and the neon. You don't need all that. Just a boot with the little star or a little like Bronco head. That's all you need. Basic. Like Bret Hart. His whole career, I just had basic, standard boots. Bret Hart's were very, 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 very similar to that. Speaking of Bret Hart, this was about a month after his stroke, month and a half after his stroke. Remember, it shook everybody. And that loved Bret anyway. We're like, oh man, I hope he hangs on. Joe now with that single crab. That hurts too, by the way. Another thing, misconception about wrestling, oh, it's all fake. We know this, but legit every move hurts or is uncomfortable. Speaking of uncomfortable, but Joe's eating those kicks. He is eating every kill. You're not eating that chop. I'll yell from low-key over here, where I'm safe. Minute 28 here in South Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, on the Sean Wiggins YouTube channel. December 28th, 2002. God, think about that. 19 years ago. 18 and a half years ago. I was 20 and loving life. 21. Oh, yeah, I was 21 and a half. 21 and a half. Didn't start drinking yet. Joe now. And all the guys in wrestling who are still watching this say that I'm an alcoholic, I'm a sandman of the refs. It's completely untrue. Just when you expose yourself and you do one thing, oh, that's what you are. You're labeled now. It's so ridiculous. In people's minds, they draw a picture of you and they think that's you, the real you. Completely untrue. Nice belly to back. God, these guys taking all these big moves. Well, the one thing I'll say this about the Ring of Honor ring, for those of you still watching this, the Ring of Honor ring was a nice ring. It was solid. The bump was very good. It wasn't like a boxing ring, like the old WWF 1980s TV rings. Oh, good Lord. Like dropping on concrete. And the old WCW ring in Ohio. It was like just landing on concrete. Had no give at all. That was the beginning of the end for me and Gabe Sapolsky. He wanted me to take the cop killer in Ohio from Homicide. Homicide's a friend. I trust him the whole bit. But bumping in that ring? I don't think so. I kind of just asked to not do it or just get a bump and pay. He gave me shit. Ooh, nice. I'm saying nice. It hurt like hell. 2 count only. God, these guys better wrap it up here. We're at minute 30. Hopefully my phone hangs on. Loki going for his Dragon Sleeper. Dragon reverses it into a perfect plex. Fisherman suplex, but we're so trained to call it a perfect plex. 2 count only. And again, like Loki, looks good in pants. He look good in tights too, but I thought the pants fit him better. But tights fit the other 3 better. Makes no sense. It's really weird. Shawn Michaels would look stupid in trunks. Looks brilliant in pants. Doesn't make a lick of sense. We don't know why some things are the way they are. They just are. Schoolboy, if that was a 3, I would have been pissed. God, these fans are still... There's Homicide's brother right there. For those of you... You see him a lot on my videos and videos of the past. It's actually the real-life brother of Homicide. Daniel Bryan going for a suplex. Does not get it. Low key trying to reverse it. It's not going to work out. Low key suplex. Boom. Brainbuster. Nicely done. Dragon, though, feeling the effects. Dragon rolls to the outside, low-key. I don't know how he's hanging on. All the abuse he's taken from Steve Corino and Samoa Joe, the group. Not one fan is left. They're trained. They're like Japanese wrestling fans. They're just trained to watch. It's amazing. Or if this was a WWE... Ooh, sorry for that shape there. Or if this was a WWE crowd, they'd be chanting boring or be chanting this and that. But these 4 spectacular wrestlers. Loki going on the outside for a suplex. He gets it. I don't remember that. I'd always run to the outside to check on guys. Even a basic move like that. It's like, God, they hit their head. You know. Always check. Refs, always feel free to check. You might annoy the wrestlers, but you're doing your own job there. Referee's job is very easy. But some people make it hard. I don't know, it's easy to me. And I also fucked up a lot, too. But the other part of it is, too, Loki now trying to get Dragon in the ring. No, he's going to go for a chop. Well, you got to get the finish inside the ring. So that's why he's trying to get him inside. Is it going to work? It is. All 4 of these guys are gone. I'm on my feet still running around. How? I don't know. Joe pulls Loki off. It is 1 pinfall. It's not an elimination. I thought it was an elimination. So Loki says, oh, you want to win so bad? Here, you get in there and do it. Samoa Joe inside the ring. Just got released by WWE. Not just. It was a couple months ago now. So again, I don't understand it. But WWE, they do weird things, you know. But they're the number 1 game in town. They can do whatever they want. But, God, I'd have kept Joe as a competitor to Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns throughout. Because he can deliver just whenever. He's one of those guys you could just go to deliver. But the political game is strong with that one. He might have said something, did something. Who knows? Who knows why anything happens? Was it you, Corino, you WWE wacky producer? Did you do it? He did not. Steve Corino's a grandfather now. Oh! German suplex with the assist from Steve Corino with that lariat. No, that could have been 3. Joe now rolls to tag in his boss, his leader, his captain, Steve Corino. Corino with that 0-1 logo on his ass. I always thought that looked good. Corino now slapping Daniel Bryan around. I'm yelling at him, cut that garbage out. Corino with another chop. wiggy time on the fly. I'm going to be signing off here as soon as this finish hits, because it's going to take about a week to upload. I think it was Onyx who requested this match. I forget, or was it Spectre? Which one of you did? I should have looked at the comments before and gave you a proper shout out. And to Dean Lilly, I will find that girls match. You got to give me some time here, brother. I'm working on it. I try to work on it for you guys, because I'm also working on it for me to rewatch these matches. Again, when you're on the indies forever, and then you get a job and you get married and you're gonna have a baby, you don't watch these matches all the time. Even though the pro wrestling fan, even though you're in it, is the comic book nerd, is the Star Wars nerd. Except instead of lightsabers, we have championship belts and #1 foam fingers. It's a phenomenon, but we do want to watch all these old matches. And Joe Elliott from Def Leppard says it best. If a band comes out and says, we have a brand new single for you, or if he goes, hey, we got an old song from 1979 that we recorded and forgot to release, which one you want to hear? You're going to pick the old one every time. You're gunny, like, wow, how'd I miss that? Nice forearm by the American Dragon. Hold on, babe. What?
I'm leaving.
All right, bye. I'll see you in a little bit. That was my wife telling me that she's got to go to the doctor. Text me. Let me know what happens. So for those of you watching this, my wife is on her way to the doc. I will let you know in the comments what's happening. Loki with another chop on Joe. Joe, another chop. Joe's double shoulder chop, minute 37. I did not know this match was that long. Was this long, I should say. And that's the other thing. Ring of Honor produced wrestling like Japan. They booked wrestling like Japan. You book it like it's an Olympic sport, where it works over there. It just doesn't work over here. It's never gonna. It'll have its niche. It'll have its fan base. But it's just not gonna be like you think it is. Corino choking Low-Key out on the ropes. How is Low-Key still standing? This is basically an Iron Man match. Corino still working Low-Key down. Just shows the conditioning of everybody in ROH at this point. I mean, realistically, all these guys could go this long. Low-Key chopping the bejesus out of Corino. Low-Key whips Corino off. Corino's going to block it. He's going to finish him off right here with a fireman's carry deep. No. It's an octopus. The octopus on Corino. Is Corino going to tap? Corino's been in all sorts of submissions by Mitsuhara Misawa and Kabashi. I don't think he's going to chop from Low-Key. Drops Low-Key into... No, Low-Key. Dragon Sleeper. Dragon Sleeper. Look at these reversals by these guys. It's amazing. Low-Key, kick to the mush. These two had a one-on-one match at JP earlier, Jersey All-Pro, earlier in this year in 2002, and it was a precursor for things to come, because you knew what they could do together. They could create, pro wrestling magic. There's a name of a fed. I don't even know if that's ever been called. A pro wrestling magic. Too many words. Joe with the face washes. Joe runs, nails Daniel Bryan. Joe runs, does not nail Low-Key. Low-Key catches that foot. Into Corino. Corino drops him. Corino going for a figure four. Corino going for another figure four. Gets it. Shades of Greg the Hammer Valentine. Actually, shades of The Rock with that figure four. Ugh. Doug rules. Low-Key on top. Daniel Bryan on top. Oh, double headbutts. All four men are down. The only one up is the whole effing show. I love saying that because it pisses so many of the boys off. Joe signaling for the end. Joe is signaling for the end. Powerbomb. Pile driver. No. Powerbomb into that STF. Corino's hanging on. Remember, no one really wants to lose this match. Joe had to release it. He saw Low-Ki coming. Nice takedown. He's going for an STF here on Low-Ki. No, it's a single leg crab. Sometimes it's all you need. They had the people. They had him hooked. So you can go to look. Joe, reverse. Into a cover. No. 2 count. STF. There it is. How amazing is Joe? Joe's so sweet, so fluid. Takes 2 to tango, but Joe can dance with all of them. Joe hanging on. Minute 41 of this match. Oh. Remember, I started this match right at the beginning, so this is 41 shoot minutes. Corino grabs Low-Ki. Low-Ki springboard, no one home. This is definitely the home spot. Springboard! Oh, someone was home there. Corino's out. Low-Ki trying to get up. Well, I'm gonna have to do my go home here because I don't know how much longer I'm gonna get. Dragon has him hooked, has him locked, can't negotiate it there. What a phenomenal home spot. This is what's called the Japanese home spot. It's a real long series of maneuvers. No earpiece. Oh, damn it. There's the fire that Dragon had. The forearms are going back and forth. Remember, folks, this one pretty much ends abruptly. So always keep in touch with you. Oh, that looked good. 3, 2. This one does nice lariat. This one does end abruptly. So as always, keep in touch with yourselves. Keep watching professional wrestling. Keep subscribing to everybody. NEWRO. Oh, see, now you piss Low-Ki off. You don't do that. Subscribe to Ring of Honor Wrestling. Subscribe to RF Video. Subscribe to CCW Studios. Subscribe to them all. There's so much good content out there. I'm going to release as much as I can. So you don't piss Joe off either. Now Joe's... There we go. There we go. Now we're going to dance. These two know the tank is close to E. They've pissed each other off. The frickin' elbow pads coming off. The tape's coming off. We're dancing. I assure you... I assure you they didn't tickle. Corino and Dragon might have saved both of them from killing each other. And I mean that half truthfully. Because, don't chop me that hard, I'm going to chop you back. Oh, don't hit me that hard, I'm going to hit you back. That happens in wrestling, folks. Okay, it's not all fake. We're not all friends. Oh, there's a beautiful suplex. Or superplex. Shades of Barry Windham. He just, did it a little differently. Whose superplex was sweeter than Barry Windham's? Brett had a real nice one. But man, Barry Windham had a sweet one. Corino now has Dragon on the top rope. Dragon is up on the top. Corino's up on the top. Joe's going up on the top. Oh! A cutter from the top rope. That's going to do it. Oh! American Dragon with the flying headbutt. That's going to do it. How are these guys still breathing? Minute 44. Folks, I'm watching this and I'm a fan just like you guys. I legit I have it written down, but I do not remember who wins this. They're going back and forth. They're giving it to each other. Double drop kicks, one by Joe, or simultaneous drop kicks by Joe and Ki, and we're back to Joe and Ki. Low-Ki wants his victory. We live pretty close to Low-Ki's house, so Low-Ki might get the W. Where was Corino living at this time? I think Pottstown, Pennsylvania. If you've never been to Pottstown, Pennsylvania, it's a town you don't got to see. Takes 4 hours to get there, no matter which way you go. Low-Ki now, belly to back. Oh, but Dragon's got a belly back 2. No. Now, who would have gotten the 3 there? I guess Dragon. Low-key gets out of it. Kick to the face. Low-key. Joe. What are we going to have here? Going for the Key Crusher. Is he going to get... He is! Key Crusher 99. Of course, he had to change the name of that move in 2000. Loki's got the Dragon Sleep. He's got the Dragon Sleeper on Corino. He's got the Dragon Sleeper on Corino. I don't remember if this is it or not. He taps. He tapped. Corino tapped to the Dragon Sleeper. Minute 45. Wait a minute. We're going to have a time limit issue. We going to have a time limit issue? Draw. It's a draw. Oh, so damn close. Loki had the Dragon Sleeper on Corino. Within seconds, you people saw it. And they will stare down and they're like, mother effer, I'll see you in the WWE one day. And they're going to shake hands. Wow. Mutual respect by all 4 of these guys and myself. 4 complete professionals. Joe and Loki, who hit each other harder than each other. Minute 45, it's a draw. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking around for the whole 47 minutes of this. Corino tapped at 45 minutes, 1 second. So for Sean Wiggins, I'm Sean Wiggins. For Ref Hansen, I'm Ref Hansen. I hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you to all 4 of these guys. I hope all 4 are doing great and have the most amazing lives ever. All 4 of them pretty much had. Love yous. And what a match. Thank you, Philadelphia. Greatest wrestling city ever. They really are. And keep watching. Hit like, comment, subscribe to the Sean Wiggins channel and to every other channel I mentioned. I'm Sean Wiggins. I'm Ref Hansen. I'm signing off. Wait a minute. Before I sign off, Low-Key and Corino are going to face off. Corino saying, I want it in the poop shoot. No, he's saying 0-1. We have a connection. We have a connection. Shake the hand. And Low-Key does. What a match. That was really cool. I'm signing off.